My beloved children, before we begin our conversation today, I ask that you subscribe to this channel and share these words with those who need to hear them. This way, more hearts can be touched, and more souls will find the joy of living in the present. If you are grateful for today, write in the comments, "Today is a blessing from God." My dear son, my precious daughter, today I come to speak directly to your heart about a precious truth that I want you to absorb deeply. Today is a gift. Listen to these words with all your soul, for they are especially for you. Amidst the rush of life, amidst worries about the future and regrets of the past, I want you to pause for a moment and realize the miracle that is today. Have you ever stopped to think about the priceless value of each new day? Have you reflected on the preciousness of each breath, each beat of your heart? My child, I want you to know that each new day is a gift I give you, full of possibilities, opportunities, and blessings. Remember the words I inspired in Psalms, chapter 1-18, verse 24. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is my declaration about today. It is a day I made especially for you, a day to rejoice, to be glad, to live fully. Think for a moment of Moses, when I called him before the burning bush. In Exodus, chapter 3, verse 5, I told him, "Do not come any closer. Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground." In the same way, I want you to understand that the place where you are now, this present moment, is sacred. Today is holy ground, a divine encounter between you and me. My beloved, I know that sometimes you get lost in worries about the future. You wonder what tomorrow will bring. You anguish over possibilities that haven't happened yet. But I want you to know, today is the day I have given you to live. In Matthew chapter 6, verse 34, Jesus teaches, "Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself." Each day has enough trouble of its own. Live fully today, trusting that I will take care of tomorrow. In Lamentations chapter 3, verses 22-23, I declare, "Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." My child, this promise is for you. Each new day is a renewed demonstration of my mercy, a testimony of my faithfulness. Perhaps you're carrying regrets from the past. Maybe you look back and see mistakes, missed opportunities, decisions you'd like to change. But I tell you, today is a new day, a new opportunity. In Isaiah chapter 43, verses 18-19, I say, "Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it?" Today is the day to start anew, to embrace the new thing I'm doing in your life. I remember Peter, who denied Jesus 3 times but received a new opportunity. In John chapter 21, Jesus restores him, asking 3 times, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" With each affirmative answer from Peter, Jesus commissions him, "Feed my sheep." Likewise, today is a day of restoration, of new beginnings, of new commissions for you. My beloved son, my precious daughter, don't let the present slip through your fingers while you worry about the future or lament the past. Today is too precious a gift to be wasted. In James chapter 4, verse 14, it is written, "Why, you do not even know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes." Each day is a precious gift, a unique opportunity to live, love, and serve. In Psalms chapter 90, verse 12, Moses prays, "Teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom." This is my prayer for you today, that you learn to value each day, to count each moment as precious, to live wisely the present I have given you. Think of Esther, who understood the value of the present moment. When faced with the decision to risk her life to save her people, her uncle Mordecai told her in Esther, chapter 4, verse 14, "And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this?" Esther understood that that day, that moment was crucial. Likewise, I want you to understand, today may be the day for which you were prepared, the day you will make a difference. My son, my daughter, I understand that sometimes the daily routine can seem monotonous. You may look at your day and see only repetitive tasks, tiring obligations, but I assure you, there is beauty and purpose in every moment. In Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 11 it is written, "He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart. Yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end." There is beauty in each day if you have eyes to see. Remember Paul and Silas in prison. They could have seen that day as lost, as a defeat. But instead, at midnight, they were praying and singing hymns to God. In Acts chapter 16 verse 25, it is written, "About midnight Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the other prisoners were listening to them." They transformed a seemingly terrible day into a day of praise and testimony. Likewise, you can transform any day into an opportunity for worship and impact. My beloved, I want you to understand that today is a gift not only for you, but also for those around you. In Galatians chapter 6 verse 10, it is written, "Therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all people, especially to those who belong to the family of believers." Each day is an opportunity to bless someone, to make a difference in someone else's life. Think of Jesus, who used each day to teach, heal, and love. In John chapter 9 verse 4 he says, "As long as it is day, we must do the works of him who sent me. Night is coming when no one can work." Likewise, I want you to see each day as an opportunity to do the works for which I created you. My son, my daughter, I want you to know that today is a gift because it's a day when you can experience my love in a new way. In Lamentations chapter 3 verse 25, it is written, "The Lord is good to those whose hope is in him, to the one who seeks him. Seek me today and you will find me." Experience my love renewed every morning. Remember Zacchaeus, who had a transformative encounter with Jesus on an ordinary day. In Luke chapter 19 verse 5, Jesus tells him, "Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today." That ordinary day became the day of salvation for Zacchaeus and his household. Likewise, today could be the day of a transformative encounter between you and me. My beloved, I want you to understand that today is a gift because it's a day when you can choose to grow, learn, and become more like me. In 2 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 18, it is written, "And we all, who with unveiled faces contemplate the Lord's glory, are being transformed into his image with ever-increasing glory, which comes from the Lord, who is the Spirit." Each day is an opportunity to reflect more of my glory. Think of Daniel, who chose every day to be faithful to me, even in a foreign land. In Daniel chapter 6 verse 10, it is written that even after the decree prohibiting prayer, now when Daniel learned that the decree had been published, he went home to his upstairs room where the windows opened toward Jerusalem. 3 times a day he got down on his knees and prayed, giving thanks to his God, just as he had done before. Each day was a conscious choice of faithfulness. Likewise, today is a day for you to choose to be faithful, to grow in your relationship with me. My son, my daughter, I want you to know that today is a gift because it's a day when you can experience my peace, no matter what's happening around you. In John chapter 14, verse 27, Jesus promises, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." Today you can choose to live in this peace that surpasses all understanding. Remember Paul, who learned to be content in any situation. In Philippians chapter 4 verses 11-13 he writes, "I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all this through him who gives me strength." Likewise, today is a day for you to learn contentment and strength that come from me. My beloved, I want you to understand that today is a gift because it's a day when you can experience the power of gratitude. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 18 I instruct, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." Gratitude has the power to transform any ordinary day into an extraordinary one. Think of David, who even in times of danger and persecution chose to praise. In Psalms chapter 34, verse 1, he declares, "I will extol the Lord at all times. His praise will always be on my lips." Each day was an opportunity for praise for David. Likewise, today is a day for you to choose praise, to see the blessings amidst the challenges. My son, my daughter, I want you to know that today is a gift because it's a day when you can make choices that will impact your future. In Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 19, I say, "This day I call the heavens and the earth as witnesses against you that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose life, so that you and your children may live." Today is a day of important choices, a day that can shape your tomorrow. Remember Joshua, who challenged the people to make a crucial choice. In Joshua chapter 24, verse 15, he declares, "But if serving the Lord seems undesirable to you, then choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve. But as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord." Today is a day for you to renew your choice to serve me, to live for me. My beloved, I want you to understand that today is a gift because it's a day when you can experience miracles. In Mark chapter 11, verse 24, Jesus promises, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." Today is a day to pray with faith, to believe in the impossible, to see my power manifest in your life. Think of the woman with the issue of blood, who after 12 years of suffering, chose to believe that that day would be the day of her miracle. In Mark chapter 5, verse 28, she says, "If I just touch his clothes, I will be healed." Her faith transformed an ordinary day into the day of her healing. Likewise, today can be the day of your miracle, if you believe. My son, my daughter, I want you to know that today is a gift, because it's a day when you can impact eternity. In 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 2, it is written, "For he says, 'In the time of my favor I heard you, and in the day of salvation I helped you.' I tell you, now is the time of God's favor. Now is the day of salvation." Today is a day to share my love with others, to be an instrument of salvation. Remember Philip, who was guided by the Spirit to explain the scriptures to the Ethiopian eunuch. In Acts chapter 8, that seemingly casual encounter resulted in the eunuch's salvation. Likewise, today could be the day when you have a divine encounter, an opportunity to share my love with someone who needs it. My beloved, as we conclude this message, I want you to engrave in your heart, today is a gift. In Psalms chapter 118, verse 24, declare with me, "This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." Don't let this gift go unnoticed. Live it fully with gratitude, purpose, and joy. Always remember, you are my beloved child, my precious daughter. I love you with an eternal and unchanging love. Each new day is an expression of that love, a new opportunity to experience my grace and goodness. In Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 3, I declare, "I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness." Think of each morning as a new beginning, a blank page waiting to be filled with acts of love, faith, and obedience. In Lamentations chapter 3, verses 22 to 23, it is written, "Because of the Lord's great love we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." Each day is a new opportunity to experience my faithfulness and mercy. My son, my daughter, I want you to understand that the value of today is not just in great achievements, but also in small moments. In Zechariah chapter 4, verse 10, it is written, "Who dares despise the day of small things? Appreciate the small joys, the smiles, the acts of kindness." Each of these moments is a gift within the gift that is today. Remember Mary, the mother of Jesus, who treasured up all these things and pondered them in her heart. As written in Luke chapter 2, verse 19, she valued every moment, every word, every experience. Likewise, I invite you to treasure the precious moments of each day, to reflect on them, to see my hand in every detail of your life. My beloved, I want you to understand that today is a gift not only to be enjoyed, but also to be invested. In Ephesians chapter 5, verse 16, Paul exhorts, making the most of every opportunity, because the days are evil. Each day is an opportunity to redeem the time, to make choices that have eternal value. Think of Noah, who spent 120 years building the ark day after day, in obedience to my word. Each day was an investment in the salvation that was to come. Likewise, the choices you make today, however small they may seem, are building your future and impacting eternity. My son, my daughter, I want you to know that today is a gift because it's a day when you can grow in wisdom and understanding. In Proverbs chapter 4, verse 18, it is written, "The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day." Each day is an opportunity to grow, to learn, to become more like me. Remember Solomon, who asked for wisdom above all things. In 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 9, he prays, "So give your servant a discerning heart to govern your people and to distinguish between right and wrong." Likewise, ask me for wisdom to live well today, to make choices that please me and bless others. My beloved, I want you to understand that today is a gift, because it's a day when you can experience the fullness of life that I have for you. In John chapter 10, verse 10, Jesus says, "I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." This abundant life is not just for the future, it's to be lived today, now. Think of Peter walking on water. At that moment, he experienced something extraordinary, something beyond the ordinary. In Matthew chapter 14, verse 29, it is written, "Come," he said. Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came toward Jesus. Today can be the day when you walk on water, when you experience the supernatural in the midst of the ordinary. My son, my daughter, I want you to know that today is a gift, because it's a day when you can leave a legacy. In 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 7, Paul declares at the end of his life, "I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith." Each day is an opportunity to fight the good fight, to live in a way that impacts future generations. Remember Ruth, whose faithfulness and love on an ordinary day led her to become part of the Messiah's lineage. In Ruth chapter 1, verse 16, she declares to Naomi, "Don't urge me to leave you or to turn back from you. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God." Her daily choices of love and faithfulness had an eternal impact. My beloved, I want you to understand that today is a gift, because it's a day when you can experience healing and restoration. In Malachi chapter 4, verse 2, it is written, "But for you who revere my name, the Sun of Righteousness will rise with healing in its rays." Today could be the day of your healing, physical, emotional, or spiritual. Think of the bent-over woman Jesus healed on the Sabbath. In Luke chapter 13, verse 13, it is written, "Then he put his hands on her, and immediately she straightened up and praised God." That ordinary day became the day of her liberation. Likewise, today could be the day when you experience freedom from something that has been oppressing you. My son, my daughter, I want you to know that today is a gift, because it's a day when you can experience the joy of my presence. In Psalms chapter 16, verse 11, it is written, "You make known to me the path of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence, with eternal pleasures at your right hand." My presence is available to you today, bringing joy and peace. Remember David, who danced with all his might before the Ark of the Covenant. In 2 Samuel chapter 6, verse 14, it is written, "Wearing a linen ephod, David was dancing before the Lord with all his might." He experienced the joy of my presence in a tangible way. I invite you to seek that same joy today, to celebrate my presence in your life. My beloved, I want you to understand that today is a gift, because it's a day when you can experience the power of forgiveness. In Colossians chapter 3, verse 13, it is written, "Bear with each other and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you." Today is a day to forgive and be forgiven, to experience the freedom that comes from forgiveness. Think of Joseph, who forgave his brothers after years of separation and pain. In Genesis chapter 50 verse 20, he says to his brothers, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." Joseph's forgiveness transformed not only his own life, but that of his entire family. Likewise, your forgiveness today can bring healing and restoration to broken relationships. My son, my daughter, as we close this message, I want you to carry this truth with you. Today is too precious a gift to be wasted. In Ephesians chapter 5 verses 15 through 16, it is written, "Be very careful then how you live, not as unwise but as wise, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. Use wisely the gift that is today. Go in peace, my beloved. Face this day with gratitude, purpose, and joy. Trust in me, lean on me, and see how I can transform an ordinary day into something extraordinary." And now, before we part, I have a special request for you. If this message has touched your heart, if you feel renewed in your appreciation for the gift that each new day is, share these words. There are many of my children who need to be reminded of the value of today. Help me reach them. Share this video, comment below how this message has impacted you, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more words of love, encouragement, and wisdom to live each day to the fullest. Always remember, today is a gift I have given you. Live it fully, with gratitude and purpose. You are immensely loved. Until our next encounter, my son, my daughter, I love you eternally.